Hey, good morning. It's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Lucky Dog's morning coffee chat. I'm here. Sue's here. Say hi, Sue.
I'm here. Good morning.
The Lucky Dogs are here. I guess they're both on the floor this morning. So it's Happy Friday. I don't know why. What's Friday special? If you're working, it's the end of the week. But if you're not, it's still Happy Friday. So, hey, this is July the 20th, and in this date, July 20th, 1969, first man walked on the moon. And I don't know if you all remember that. Good morning, Ron. Well, I remember it. I remember watching it live on television. One small step for man, one giant step for mankind. So,
I remember watching too.
1969. Sue, do the math for me. How many years ago was that? You know, so 55 years ago. So 55 years ago, man walked on the moon. 54 years ago. Okay, 54 years ago. And so that's what happened today on July 20th, 1969. Hey Google, good morning. It was a big deal then. It was.
Dog.
That's 49.
The time is 8 a.m. Right now in DeLand it's 79 and partly cloudy. Today, there will be scattered thunderstorms with a forecasted high of 85 and a low of 75. Have a nice day.
Yeah, Sue said it was 49?
49.
49 years. Okay, she did the math.
Obviously my math skills aren't.
Yeah, I can do it, but when I'm thinking other things, it takes me too long to do it. So, but anyways, so that's what happened 49 years ago. Next year, it'll be 50 years since we walked on the moon. So, interesting, isn't it? It's sunny out. Nice. Looks like it'll be a nice day. Yesterday, got my goggles. This is the Mavic Air goggles. Rain here today. Hey Larry, good morning Larry. How you doing? Haven't seen Larry for a while, so good to have Larry aboard. Are you back from your trip, Larry? I knew you were traveling. See if you're back, and how'd your trip go? All right. And so back to the goggles, hey, those things are pretty amazing. I did a little flight yesterday on them. It's like, you're right there. I mean, the picture quality is just like HD and everything. So Larry's back from her trip. How did it go? It had a full 7 weeks. Wow. That's great. So Larry took his Roadtrek out. He did some little traveling around there. And
well,
so,
some of your pictures, Larry, they were great.
Yeah, we saw several of your pictures there. They were awesome. Larry did his thing. Hey, Ron, did you get your plane out of the tree? 7,000 miles. Oh my gosh, you did a lot of traveling. That's a lot of hauling. You know, everything worked out good for you. I hope. You know, hope the van worked good for you. So yeah, I bet you saw some really neat country out there. So that was pretty cool. In the comments yesterday, Howie Roll, he commented. There he goes. Get the right thing. He gets. Oh, he told Sue. He goes, "Ouch! I hope your leg's feeling better after that shot." And he also wrote, "Can a drone be used to get the plane out of the tree?" And I don't know if it could or not. But he also asked Ron. He goes, "Hey Ron, have you ever been to the legendary Fat Harold's fried bologna sandwich at the famous Shag bar at Fat Harold's on North Myrtle Beach?" So he was wanting to know if you have ever been there, Ron. All went well for you. I'm so glad it did. Oh, it came down a little bit, your plane. So Ron, have you ever been to Fat Harold's? In fact, here's a little picture of it. This is Fat Harold's Beach Club in North Myrtle Beach. He said they have a tremendous fried bologna sandwich there, and if you haven't been there, it might be someplace you want to check out. So Howie Roll commented on that because he lived around there. He had a bar there in Conway. So, but he was wanting to know if Ron had ever been there or not. It looks like a pretty cool place. Oh, Ron's never been there, so you have to check it out. Do a search. I found it online. I didn't copy the address down, but it has the email address and that. So sometime you're out running around, check out Fat Harold's. So yeah, Howie commented on that yesterday. He thought that was pretty cool. So today, I don't know, not doing too much. Tomorrow we might be going out to the flying field. So if we're doing a stream, we'll be doing it from out there tomorrow. I'm planning on it. The weather looks good, and wanted to test out the Mavic a little bit out there. So I'm enjoying the Mavic so far. It's working pretty good. Took some pretty good pictures and stuff. Posted one yesterday. Had a bird come at it. I've had them come at my Phantom 3, but not that close. I've heard other ones where they said birds will strike at them, and it must be the way they're shaped. They must look like another bird or something, you know. So that was kind of fun but scary, you know. I don't want it to knock it out of the sky. But Sue said, "Did you get claustrophobic in all your trips since you were going and extend?" Yeah, it's true. That was a good test of time in your Roadtrek. You know, Roadtreks aren't that big, you know, and so how was interesting thought, Larry, if you got claustrophobic, you know, it says no, not at all. I got good at housekeeping and out of Bev's way. Yeah, you learn. Yeah, staying out of each other's way. You learn how to do that dance, you know, where if you're doing something, you sit down, you know. So if you're gonna cook, one cooks, one sits down. So it does, you know, help a lot. You learn how to orchestrate through it, because
we call it the Roadtrek dance.
Yeah, Ron said he had birds go after his Phantom before, and I have, but not this close. I had an model airplane in the field. I mean, he's close. Like, I mean, he was right in my lens one time, and he was flying over in our area. I kind of talked to him about that. And so, but yeah, you learn how to do the Roadtrek dance. You know, how to move around with each other and how to manipulate. So it's they're nice. I mean, you can't beat the gas mileage. Like Larry rode 7,000 miles. You know, that's important. You start figuring out gas mileage. It makes a big difference. Larry said the 210P is wide, and so it's easy to pass each other in the kitchen. So okay. Yeah, the 210 has a wider stance on it.
This is a Chevy too, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's a Chevy.
Chevy, Larry, right?
13.2. That's pretty good average.
Yeah,
you know, that's pretty good. I have gotten as high as 17 with mine once. You know, and that's driving very cautiously and stuff, but and out on the road. So, but I have gotten high as 17 on. But yeah, that's pretty good average. You can't beat that in a camper. You know. Some cars don't even get that. Yeah, it's a Chevy 3500, you know. Ours is the Dodge 3500 on it. So, but yeah, it has that wider body on it. So
we thought the 200 or the 210 would be a good one for us if we'd ever trade up or something. Because the 200, independent or I'm not sure, has the 4 seats plus the front to back sleeping.
Yeah, that's what we're after.
That's the setup that we like.
The front to back sleeping there. So. And we like the 4 seats, you know, whatever we have, so that both captains' chairs can turn around and look down the hallway and swing the TV out, and the captain's chairs will recline. It's like a recliner. That's what we use them for. And only anybody knows I love my recliners. And those are pretty comfortable. You know, I can swip them back and out. Even this chair here, I can push the thing, and see, I can move this chair back like a recliner. And it has a footstool for an office chair.
Oh, we can switch out seats and put that in the
put that in the Roadtrek. Yeah, there you go. Larry says 15.5 was my best tank of fuel, so that's pretty good. We never turn. Oh, you don't turn the chairs around.
No, turn them
oh, that's the first thing we do.
The passengers.
Yeah, that's the first thing we do is we turn the chair around, you know. And
it's like a lounge area.
Yeah, it makes it like a lounge area there. Yeah, that's the very first thing we do when we get parked is whip the chairs around.
I'm sure the driver's seat, he's probably got issues because he's probably got a cabinet right behind the driver's seat would make it tight there.
Yeah, and some of them do have that cabinet behind the driver's seat, you know. But well, so let me ask you this, Larry: when you lounge, or maybe you don't, lounge area, where do you set? What do you use for just your seating? Maybe you don't watch TV. We watch TV. Hey, Jeff, good morning. How you doing? Did you see Jeff on this morning? And Ron says, I got about a 9 foot, 9 in, got about 9 in the motorhome, and about the same pulling this camper. So Ron has a 36 foot, well, yours isn't, it's not a fifth wheel, it's just a camper. And trailer. And so he gets about 9 with that, and he got about 9 with his motorhome on it. We have the one chair behind the passenger seat. Okay. All right, so you use that. Yeah, we tend to sit and watch some TV and stuff.
Yeah, so
you know,
we
it's
turn
like,
it around, and that becomes, you know, literally the footstool, the third for Bob.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I sit in the driver's seat and use the other one for a little footstool or tray, and then we've got a little table we can either set up there, or we set a TV tray between us. Sitting that way, right?
Yeah.
Take a little TV tray.
Oh, Larry says they're too busy walking and hiking. See, we don't walk and hike. That's Sue couldn't walk like that's not in our agenda. So, but yeah, if you're outside a lot, you probably wouldn't as much. Yeah, Jeff says, well, it's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. Happy Friday, Jeff. Friday's always a good thing. Usually Friday seems like it was always, you do something on Friday generally, but even if it's make a pizza, you know, so on. So yeah, we don't, said we're not athletic. I don't like walking. Some people really enjoy it, you know, and Sue just can't, you know, so we don't do that. We like to lounge around a lot, and you'll sit outside and stuff and do
you can
things.
also set up a lounge area outside.
Yeah, you can do
Your
that
chairs,
too.
you know.
Yeah, okay. It's all in how you use them. See, different people use things different ways, and so depends on your lifestyle. That's why there's so many different styles of things, is because you know, just in different lifestyles, people like do things differently, you know. And it's like, so yeah, we do like to lounge around, watch some TV, enjoy the air, you know, go out in and out. So that's why we do it.
Just try that one time though, Larry. Just spin the one chair around and see. You'll have an extra lounge chair just as
Yeah, I'm sure
relaxing.
Sure, he's tried that. You know? Okay, so anyways, you know what the definition of an old fart is? Well, it can be dangerous, you know, especially when you get our age. And see this guy, sorry honey, that one kind of slipped out. It's like, my gosh, he blew her right out the wall there. So this is one of the dangers of getting old. Man, things happen there, and it could be definitely. Nobody's laughing. Sue's not laughing. Nobody. So it's not funny.
I just now saw the pictures.
I thought it was funny. Anyways, that was my definition of old fart. You know. So Larry says we also. Okay, we also went to Planet Fitness for about 13 times on the trip. Stepped on the scales, and 4 weeks discovered we had lost 10 pounds. Wow, that's good.
Nice.
That's good. That's what it takes. Someone else made this comment. How do you lose weight? It's simple. That was Rusty told that. How do you lose weight? You eat less and you move more. That's the simple way to lose weight. There's, you know, you can go on all these diets and all these stuff, but eat so damn much. If you want to lose weight, if you don't care, it don't matter. You know.
So did you go out and work out there at Planet Fitness, Larry, and then like use that as a for your showers too?
Yeah, some people will go there and use it for their showers and stuff. Ron says we walk around a lot when we camp, and we don't. I mean, to me it hurts to walk. It hurts my back. It's like I don't like to walk, but a lot of people do. We just don't. You know, to me it's like I don't know how people can stand to walk. It's painful, you know. So, but I'm glad that they can. Let's see. Jeff says, "Hey guys, I watched the guy you were talking about. That video, the young boy. Oh, so you went and seen Rusty.
What did you think, Jeff? Did you think it was inappropriate, or it could have been?
Well, I don't know that. I don't think it was inappropriate.
I mean, it had the potential for something bad.
Yeah, I don't think it was inappropriate. I looked at it more for Rusty's safety, that he'd be falsely accused of something that he didn't do. Jeff said he thought it was inappropriate. You know, I don't think he should have done it. You know, yeah, I agree with that.
You know, an old guy videotaping a young boy in a park all alone. Something's wrong with that. With no parents around, nothing happened, and we know Rusty's okay, but This kid didn't know Rusty. That's my point. He
Yeah.
didn't know him. There's the potential. There is that potential.
Yeah, there
and the
is.
kid should have said no and kept on going.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't have done it, and I've watched Rusty, and he's harmless, but for his protection more than anything, because I've seen it around here so many times. Kids will falsely accuse somebody, then go, "Oh, I lied," you know. So yeah, Larry said he took showers there at Planet Fitness. I know a lot of people do that. They'll take a shower. Hey, there's Tammy. Good morning, Tammy. How you doing this morning? Larry said Bev is telling me it's time for Planet Fitness right now, so she wants to go there on it. I think we have one around here. I don't know. Tammy said I missed something. Well, I don't know. We had a couple of conversations going on.
Well, Larry's back from telling about Larry's.
Oh yeah, Larry, our good friend Larry. He's been out. He's been on a trip. He's been traveling in his Roadtrek. He has one similar to ours. He was out for, what did you say, 7 weeks?
7 weeks.
And he went about 7,000 miles and has been out on a trip. And so we were talking a little bit about his trip and what we do in our campers. Different people do different things, you know. And so
Jeff watched.
And then we were talking. I don't know if Tammy was up on the Rusty conversation. Another YouTuber that this kid had a guitar, and he was in a park, and he stopped him and had him play the guitar for him, and then wanted to know where this bakery was, and he followed this kid to the bakery, which was totally harmless, knowing Rusty, but you know, he could have gotten accused of something he didn't do.
Yeah, Tammy, watch Rusty 78609, and the one where Leaf plays the guitar. The boy named Leaf, L-E-I-F, plays the guitar. Check that out.
Yeah. So, Tammy said, sounds like heaven. Yeah, she would like to go along with Larry and Bev. They would have.
Wouldn't have been any room.
There wouldn't have been enough space in a Roadtrek. 3 people's too many. Yeah, 2's enough.
He'll say, get your own.
Get your own Roadtrek. So, but yeah. So anyway, that's what we was talking about. Another channel that we watch. It's just we just comment. Yeah, Sue will put it in the comment box. It's. You know, I do promote other people's channels. I do Rusty, and I do Howie Roll. I wish they promote mine. You know, it's like. Anyways, because they're fun. You know, I enjoy watching other people's channels. You know, what else? Okay, we'll go back. My first joke I thought was funny. Nobody thought was funny. You know, it's like tailgating. Let's see if anybody laughed at this one. Probably not. There's no reason to tailgate me when I'm doing 50 in a 35, and all those flashing lights on top of your car just look ridiculous. I think he was getting a speeding ticket. Well, you know, 50 in a 35 is a little bit fast, but they'll do that to you, cops. If you're going too fast, they'll put those pretty little lights out for you, and that. But it's like, what is he tailgating me for? You know, well, I think he wants you to stop, buddy. You know, it's So anyways, that's Rusty 7609. Tammy laughed. At least I got a chuckle. Hey, you know, it's like a stand-up comedian that don't get no laughs, you know. We've been watching America. I call it now America Has No Talent. And because, man, they're terrible. They'll get some people on there, and they're horrible, and they think their talent's great. This year has been the worst ever. They have no talent, you know. So anyways, Ronnie says there's only 2 beds in my 36-foot camper. So you have 2 beds, so we have 1. So, and so I don't know if Ron probably has 1 bedroom and then 1 that lays down into a bed. You know, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Larry said Bev and I got pulled over on our the officer apologized for pulling us over, wrong vehicle. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I like Jeff saying America's got nerve. Some of those people's got nerve to get on that show, you know. It's like they have no talent at all. They got nerve being on there, you know. Oh, that's crazy, you know.
How could he pull over the wrong van? It must have been somebody else.
Well, you know, there was, which one was it got pulled over in their Roadtrek? Was it twice? Mikey.
Drifting.
He was drifting.
Living free.
Anyway, so twice he got pulled over, and they go, I noticed you were weaving, and we was checking to see if he was drinking or not. Now, I don't know how Larry's Roadtrek is, but ours Roadtrek is it just wanders all over the place, you know. I've done some things to it, and still not any better. But it's not fun to drive because it just wanders, and so I can see how that could happen. You know, you're driving, especially if there's some wind. The wind will just move you back and forth. And so I can see how you just driving down the road and the cop thinking, look at this guy, he's all over the road. Well, that's just the way these things drive. I knew that when I bought it. That was my first comment to the salesman. I mean, this thing drifts around a lot, you know. I don't know, how about Ron, when you pull your camper, does it drift around on you, or does it stay pretty solid? I mean, mine tends to drift around, you know. Larry says it's affected by high winds, and so yes, I weave. Yeah, you can. They will tend, and I mean, you can try all kinds. People spend thousands of dollars to change it. The biggest thing that Ron says his couch turns into a bed. Now one's a queen bed. Okay, that's what I figured. But yeah, there is some things on these Roadtreks. What one guy told me, and I had a chat with him about. The biggest thing you can do is, the reason a lot of those wander a lot, because the weight distribution is more to the back, which makes the front wheels lighter and it will make it drift. What this guy did is he put things in the back to bring the back end up higher, and then he also put wheel spacers on it to bring them out wider, and that's another reason your tire pressures, you keep it lower in the front, higher in the back. I think I keep mine 80-60, 60 in front, 80 in the back, and because the weight distribution, and even anything you pack in it, if you can keep things towards the front and keep the weight to the front more, will help it drive better because you put more pressure on the front. So that's one little thing on it. Ron says the couch turns bad. Tammy says no fun driving something that you have to grip the wheel. Yeah, and that's the way ours is. Ron says sometimes his drift. It is.
Trucks are known for that.
Well, at least our years are, and a lot of them have that same issue with it.
The older years.
Yeah, the older years that they tend to drift, and ours aren't. Mine's not relaxing to drive. It's stressful. For one, no, I don't like to drive, period. I just do not like to drive. I don't like traffic. I don't like people on the road. So if I'm all by myself, it's not so bad. But when you've got people will come up beside you, and they'll hang beside you, they'll tailgate you, and it just puts the stress level up through the roof, you know, on it. So that's one reason we don't travel as much, because I just kind of go around locally with it, you know, enjoy it locally. We go to the field. We want to do some more camping this winter. Get out here. Summertime's too hot. In wintertime, it's hard to find spots, you know. Yeah, Jeff said I tend to drift in my older years too. Yeah, I drift too. My mind goes in and out, you know. I just kind of drift away, you know. Where did I go? You know, that's called getting old, Tammy. Oh no, Jeff. That was Jeff. And Tammy goes, I love driving. I've got some smooth roads and good tunes. And Larry says I have the 190, 2009 on a 2008 chassis. Ours is a 2001 on a 2000 chassis. So yeah, my sister loves to drive. She'll get in the car. Oh, I love to drive, you know.
I love to drive.
No, but I don't know. I don't know how anybody loves to drive with all the idiots on the road nowadays, you know. Hey, we haven't brought this up. Idiots are everywhere, on the road, in the stores, wherever you go, there is an idiot. So how do you fix the idiot? You can't fix stupid, so it doesn't work. Hey, we haven't gotten a joke for a while. Hey Google, tell me a joke.
Did you hear about the French chef who caused an explosion in the kitchen? They call him linoleum blown apart.
Linoleum blown apart. He blew the linoleum apart. So Tammy said she'd rather drive than fly.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that yet.
Well, I didn't ask you nothing. Yeah, Tammy said she'd rather drive than fly.
Same here, Tammy.
I don't know. I don't like to travel. It's too much of a hassle anymore, you know. I just kind of got over that.
Okay, Google, what's an idiot?
Sorry, I don't understand.
No, I didn't ask her right.
Tammy, you just go to our town Walmart if you want to see some idiots. Yeah, Yeah, Walmart has this big. It's an idiot magnet, and it attracts them on right on Sue.
What is an idiot?
Hey Google, what's an idiot?
Here's the definition of idiot. A stupid person.
A stupid person. Ron says, I can't go anywhere without a lot of traffic. Yeah, I think it's everywhere. It's not just, I was thinking, it's just Florida's got a lot of traffic, but I think it's everywhere. The traffic has came horrendous everywhere, and it sure does, Bob. Yeah, the traffic it's just gotten terrible everywhere you go. The traffic's gotten worse and worse, on it. So, I think that's just kind of the way things are. And another thing, we was talking a little bit about yesterday in the chat, a little bit about courtesy. Because people don't have courtesy anymore for each other, and that's why driving's so hard. Driving wouldn't be half as bad if people was courtesy, but they're not. They tailgate you, they push you, they want to just knock you off the road, get out of the way, and that's a lot of it, and it's probably not gonna change. So, do you notice it get worse? No, yeah, it does. Traffic does get more heavier down here when the snowbirds come in. That starts right around October. They start coming down, and so it does get bigger. And Larry says we did 40 nights on a row with only 7 at paid campground. Great deal. Walmart is our friend along with truck stops. Yeah, and that's the way a lot of people out there traveling. They'll pop into Walmart. They'll pop in a truck stop. Yeah, that's what Tammy said. Yes, Walmart's great for travelers, and if you're out traveling, there's a few of them that don't. I don't know, Larry, did you run into anywhere you got there and said no overnight camping at Walmart? There is a few of them. We went down to our Walmart the other day, and I seen twice we've seen a couple campers out there in the parking lot. They're boondocking it right there in the camping, and. The biggest issue is people not respecting, and that's the whole world, not respecting and clean up after yourself, don't leave trash, and because they lose, places won't allow you to stay there anymore because people aren't respecting it and cleaning up after themselves.
We watch a couple RV travel channels on YouTube. Several are up in Canada right now, and this one couple stopped at Walmart. They were going to spend the night, and they said it looked like an RV parking lot. There was hardly any regular cars. It was all RVs, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They said they've never seen so many RVs in a parking lot. This was up in Alaska.
Yeah, I mean but it's great. It's nice that you don't. Larry said there was some. We talked to the manager and they allowed us to stay, no issues. Okay, and yes, the trash is really becoming a problem. It is, and a lot of times these places. There's a lot of places that would let you just spend a night, just walk in and say. Hey, I'm on the road, and generally if it's later in the evening, say, could I spend the night here? And most of the time they'll let you, not just Walmart's, there's other places, there's some bars and stuff, a few churches. I used to do that, pull in the church parking lot, pull in late, leave early, that's the key. Pull in late, leave early.
Cracker Barrel, a lot of people
They say Cracker Barrel has some places. Larry said the max we saw was 32 RVs over one night. Wow.
At a Walmart?
Wow, that's quite few. That's pretty cool. But it's a good way to save some money in tramping. When I had my Class A, I had a 30-foot Winnebago, and I owned it about 5 years. And when I was out on the road, I can remember twice paying for a campsite. I never stayed, but I did I followed racing around, and I stayed at racetracks, and 99% of the time that's where I stayed, at a racetrack on it. So, and not a racetrack gas station, a speedway. I followed sprint car racing all over the place, There's it's actually quite easy to find free overnight parking. It's out there, My friend Howie Roll on his channel, he lives in his. It's not a Roadtrek. He customized, made his van, but he's been in it for several years, and he lives in it every night. Finds places to park. Once in a while he'll run into a problem, but he he's an expert on it. He knows where to go. You know.
He knows all the hot spots
He knows.
in Key West.
He knows. Yeah, Key West, and he's out in California right now. He's been
Yeah,
traveling,
along the
so
beach there.
yeah, he's been along the beach there, and so he finds spots once in a while. He'll get a ticket, but he pays it.
That's
So
cool.
maybe he doesn't pay it. He got a ticket, I think, for his. He has a trailer he pulls, and I think he got a ticket for the trailer, and he never paid it. He's going to check it out, see what happens. So, okay, I think we're getting ready to get out of here. Had a nice seeing everybody come aboard. Larry's on board this morning. I've seen Larry for a while. Glad to see him back here. Tammy's on. Who am I forgetting? Wait, Tammy's on here, and Jeff's on here. Ron's on here. We're missing Denny this morning. You know, sometimes John stops by, but good to see everybody come aboard. I appreciate everybody coming by every morning. Without all you guys, we wouldn't have a chat. It'd be me sitting there talking at the camera. So I appreciate everybody that comes on board. Hey, if you're watching this later on, you want to leave a comment, a question, or whatever, do it in the comment box, and we'll get back to it. Enjoy it, give us a thumbs up, and if you have friends you might be interested in sending along. So everybody have a great day out there. If you're not subscribed, do me a favor, smash the subscribe button. Yeah, churches, another good place. So hit the subscribe button there if you're not subscribed.
Good to hear from y'all.
We'll see everybody tomorrow, maybe at the flying field. So either way, everybody have a good Friday.
Glad you're all here. Bye-bye.